Guys, welcome into College Football Uncensored, and let's just get right into it. The University of Cincinnati defeated UCF last Friday night, and afterwards, they tweeted out the greatest tweet and best troll of the year. Just shut it down. That's the tweet of the year. That should win the internet for the year. Honestly, Cincinnati should probably get a New Year's Six bowl game or be invited to the CFP just because of this tweet. Fans everywhere loved it because, especially SEC fans, because outside of each other, there's no one SEC fans hate more than UCF. The city of Cincinnati, the only thing they've ever defeated is happiness. It's a city that's literally known for putting chili on their spaghetti. Not even homeless people do that, y'all. Yeah. It was a bad look all the way around, and it was even worse the fact that they were owned through a Disney video, which, that's like getting owned on a diss track from Kidz Bop. Moving on to another place that was lit this weekend, Kansas. Yeah, that's a sentence I never thought I would say. I've never been to Kansas, but it seems like the kind of place that's only full of just dead grass and quilts. There's no businesses in Kansas outside of farming or a diner that sells pie to someone that's lost or their car broke down. That's gotta be it. Kansas had their Midnight Madness party this past Friday, and despite being under NCAA investigation, they decided to bring out Snoop Dogg, some stripper poles, and a whole lot of other things. Here's a video from it. Not the best look. I will say from a culture standpoint, silver lining, this was a great move because now people in Kansas know another rap song outside of just the theme song from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So that's a positive. The president had to come out and apologize because he said, quote, he thought Snoop was going to put on a good, clean show. That's right, Snoop Dogg, who's been high since the Reagan administration and was a part of Death Row Records, he was going to put on a clean show. What did you think was going to happen when they brought out the stripper poles? Kansas just blatantly ignoring the NCAA and any of their guidelines was only the second most on-brand thing from Kansas that happened this weekend, as Les Miles, the coach at Kansas, forced a punt on 4th and goal. The only way that could be more on-brand is if then Les Miles called the next play for the other team and it was a fullback dive. Let's leave Big 12 country and come down to the SEC, where even the parents are apparently 5 stars. Good God! So this is DeAndre Swift's dad, who looks like he has basketballs literally inside of his biceps and his forearms take up 2 seats on an airplane. I don't know what to say to this other than the fact that, 1, I thought this was Suge Knight, speaking of Snoop Dogg, when I first saw it, and then 2, if he has any eligibility left, there's no doubt that Kirby is going to start him next year and they won't lose a game for another 3 or 4 years. Another guy that has been a fan favorite this year is Gus Malzahn, or as I call him, New Gus, as I'm not sure if it's because he's been taking Frank Thomas's testosterone pills. It definitely is. But New Gus has been a lot of fun to watch until this Saturday in the Swamp. We're not allowed to show you actual footage or highlights from the game itself. However, here is a quick reenactment of what happened.
All right, Leona with the first one.
Not seen here are the failed jet sweeps or him getting sacked for a 30-yard loss. However, this is pretty spot on. This is obviously a bad look for Gus, and not just because of the bald spot that he's trying to hide with his Beats by Dre. Regardless, it led to some of the best memes we've had all season. Here are a few of our favorites. Yeah, the old Gus Rap Supreme. That honestly might be more savage than the Disney video. Somebody actually has a handle counting down Gus Malzahn's contract. And then, yes, you know what? The silver lining from all this is Gus, always the innovator. Yeah, he made up a new disappointing celebration here, the downward-facing surrender cobra. So, you got that going for you, Gus. Last but not least, we're going to get into the LVP of the week. And we got a couple of candidates this week. Florida fans, they've been known for a lot of things. Being angry online, wearing jorts, and a new one you could add to the list is one of the worst tattoo trends I've ever seen. This was spotted this weekend in Gainesville. I don't even know what to say to that. First off, it's bad enough if you're wearing jorts. It's a whole nother thing if you are spending your Friday night doing an arts and crafts project on a pair of Wranglers you have, and then trying to cut out a hole in the pocket of them like you're trying to make some off-brand Forever 21 ripped up jeans, just to show off one of the worst tattoos you ever could get? Your second candidate, and yeah, it's a reoccurring theme here, Tennessee fans, who this weekend, maybe hit a new high for creativity and a new low for rabies and also sadness, as they brought in a squirrel to the stadium. Now listen, I've lived most of my life craving attention, so I get it, but let me just be blunt. That squirrel can't even water ski, y'all. And last but not least, the Stanford mascot. You may recognize the Stanford mascot, who looks like pretty much a paper mache Christmas tree that was put together with googly eyes from a 4-year-old that says things like, "I'm silly," all the time. This weekend he came out with a new costume, and I'm not sure who the Stanford mascot is, but I've got a hunch it's none other than Cam Newton, okay? Yeah, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. And honestly, good for him, because he needs to do something productive this season, because football has not been it.